Yo, 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 it's your boy Cam Legend. I hope all is well. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking about the importance of the root chakra. You see, many people ask me questions about the third eye, reaching spiritual enlightenment, psychic abilities, all these higher powers of spirituality and enlightenment. And what people fail to realize is that if your root chakra is not in check, then you're going to have a hard time reaching spiritual enlightenment, higher intellect, discernment, 360-degree awareness of self, and things of this nature. So let me get into what the root chakra is and what chakras are in general for people who are not aware. The chakras are 7 energy centers you have in your body. We have more, but these are the main 7 chakras that starts from the root of your spine and rises all the way up to your third eye, which is located in your brain. And then we have the crown chakra, which is above our head, which is what we'll call a halo. So what is the definition of chakra? Well, the word comes from Sanskrit, which has its origins in India and Hinduism, the Vedas, Vedic knowledge. And the word chakra means disc or wheel, and it refers to the energy centers in our body. And these wheels, they spin and correspond to certain nerves and major organs, and they rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise. And the root chakra is where things get going. The word chakra can actually be broken down, because if you see the word Ra. Ra is also known as the Son of God. So you know that each chakra has a light or an expression of light, God, consciousness within these 7 main chakras. And the root chakra is where everything begins, everything happens. Like I said in previous videos, although the root chakra is the gateway to spiritual ascension, there's still a lower aspect of you that needs to be mastered to even get to the root chakra. The square is symbolic for the animalistic aspect of you. And this animalistic aspect of you is in the lower half of your body, below your spine. It starts from your soul, your feet. Your feet, underneath your feet, is called the soul. Why? Because this is the domain of manifestation. This is where we get the word square feet. This is the hidden esoteric knowledge on square feet. And you will never know this knowledge, and it will never be given to you, because this is something you get knowledge on when you do channeling. And I can just think of these things off my head because I understand etymologically that words connect. And as I receive this knowledge, I don't have to read a book to know that. Because when you get to the root of all origins of knowledge, you then see the connection with everything else. So your thighs, your knees, your shin, your soul, your feet, that is where a lot of your urges come from. The word pan means horn. This is where you get the word horny. And a lot of your sexual urges, believe it or not, or somebody who knows about this, from being aware of their sexual energy. A lot of your sexual energy comes from your knee. And then you have the word partella, which is very similar to pan. And partella means small pan. So there's no cap with my rap when I speak. So yeah, this is where a lot of your horniness comes from. That's why when you do have sex in certain positions, you're on your knees. And then when you pray, you're on your knees. The knees is also known with Capricorn. That's where you get the word kneecap. Words connect. So in order to master your lower self in that square, you need to be in control of your desires. And that's why most people have problems with their root chakra, because they don't master their sexual desires. So now that I've revealed that your knees has everything to do with your sexual energy, one must ask, why do we pray on our knees? Why do most religions have you praying on your knees? When your knees astrologically have everything to do with Capricorn, kneecap. Cap means your pan energy. Your pan energy is the horned goat. The horned goat is Baphomet. Baphomet is a dual-natured beast. And these people that do worship Baphomet use it to attract things in this physical realm. So one has to ask ourselves, why do we pray on our knees? And we pray on our knees because we're trying to get to our higher self. And we ask God to allow us to get to our higher self. When you bend your knees, you're bending reality, metaphysically. This energy that goes all the way up to your spine, then from your spine to your medulla oblongata, that then goes to your pineal gland, bending energy. And that is why you pray on your knees. And this is something your religious leaders are not going to tell you. That maybe they don't know. And if they do know, they're definitely not going to tell you. I'm somebody who's already embedded with a moral compass. I know why some information is not given out, but we're moving into a time where individuality is the only way out for most people. Because most people do not ask questions. Most people do not ask why. I will keep on asking why, till I come to a conclusion that I see fits and makes sense logically. For everything we do in this reality, there's a physical and a metaphysical aspect to it. There's a spiritual, mental, and physical aspect to everything we do, top down. Okay? So this is why we do these things. And this is why they don't give you the knowledge. Because once you start diving deeper into knowledge, you then start being exposed to other entities that are not Jesus and things of this nature, which can then put you down a rabbit hole of exploring the occult. And I understand that, because once you understand things from the occult, your mind will bend. There's just no way around that. Some people may have already stopped watching this video because of the knowledge that I'm giving. Because once you understand the subconscious realm, you understand that in universal laws, every action has a reaction. So if you're learning esoteric knowledge, then it's only going to have to be relayed back to you in a screen of space. So this is why some people do not want to go down that rabbit hole. This is why some people want to stay down the straight and narrow. But this is why some people are stuck at a roadblock and still asking God, who is God? I know who God is. And this is something you have to learn by knowing thyself. I'm going to refer back to this picture. The picture of man. Like they say, a picture could say 1,000 words or speak 1,000 words. And if you see the square, you see that the square covers the thigh region. The thigh region is where a lot of testosterone is held. Testosterone is also connected with masculinity, as we should know. As somebody who used to work out a lot, I started to do squats later in my fitness journey, and I saw that my thighs grew quicker than ever. This makes sense because a lot of testosterone is held there. And I know I was speaking about sexual energy before, and people be thinking, oh, but sexual energy needs to be from your balls, your testicles, for better term. And yeah, the energy still has to rise up through certain energy points, through the meridians. And this is why I said patella before. So your energy needs to come from your lower region, then it goes up to your thighs. From your thighs, it goes up to your testicles. This is where we get the word testosterone. And then you also have the word genitals that is also connected with the word gene and gender and genesis, and we regenerate energy from there. So we need to keep this cycle going up and down and channeling this energy up and down. And this is what the Vedics knew. Before any technology, before any scientists, they became the scientists themselves, okay? I trust ancient knowledge more than I trust science in today's age, where it's backed by industries. This diagram is amazing because it can also break down the metaphysical aspect to deities and ourselves. And Papa Legba, if we break this down from an etymological standpoint, we see Papa, past. The past is your ancestors. And the past is the lower region of your body. The center of your body is your navel. That's the present. And the future is your pineal gland. And this is why they talk about psychic abilities in the future. So, in order to master self, we have to master the past. And Papa Legba is known as the gateway to the crossroads of the underworld. And Papa Legba is also known as Saint Peter. Peter is another word for your penis. Peter Parker is known as Spider-Man because he parked his semen. Is symbolic for your semen. The red and blue shift is symbolic for electromagnetism. The Torah, the Taurus, energy field. Spider-Man shooting his cobs is symbolic for semen, and the cobweb is symbolic for the human torus field. When you get to the heart space, you amplify your electromagnetism. Papa Legba is always seen with dogs because it's symbolic for the animal kingdom, the animalistic nature of you. And your ankle looks like an upside down ankh. And if we break down the word again, ankle, ankh, ancestors. And this is what the ancestors gave me. They gave me this knowledge. I'm closing my eyes and channeling as I speak. So we have an upside down ankh, and we have an upside down cross. And the reason why I'm speaking about the underworld and the inversion of this positive energy is because most people are stuck in this polarity shift of negative energy and they're unaware. So you can wear the cross, you could wear the ankh and think that you're living in the present and the future, but you're not. You're living in the past. You don't understand the symbolism to it. You don't understand that the symbolism is actually you. And as we look at the moon is your muse. The muse has a lot to do with your creativity, or lack of. This is where we get the word Muslim. Muslims, your limb, your body. When you pray, you go down on your knees. Again, this is the link. This is the metaphysical link. And the reason why there's a lot of converts, actually, the reason why a lot of people convert to Islam is because it is a magnetic religion. It's a peaceful religion. Out of all the religions, my family is predominantly Muslim, so this is where actually I learned a lot of my metaphysical practices. I'm a spiritual person. I respect all religions. But this is why a lot of people convert to Islam, because of the magnetism that it has. So we see the word music with muse. And although music is not completely forbidden in Islam, instrumentation is. Why? Because it can be manipulated. Music can be manipulated. And you see that the moon is also around the hip region. And then we have the word hip hop. And people who listen to hip hop, they're dancing. They're swinging their hips and it's going left and right, left and right, left and right. Putting you into a hypnosis. A pendulum goes left to right, left to right, left to right. Music is a spell. This is the overstanding of the word music. So now that I have established that gravity naturally pulls us down, which keeps us stuck in our lower self, let me speak about the root chakra. And the root chakra starts from the base of your spine. Your spine is known as Jacob's ladder. Jacob means supplanter. And the definition of that is one who wrongfully or illegally cedes and holds the place of another. So that's not particularly a positive definition. However, your spine is called Jacob's ladder. Why is that? Like I said before, gravity naturally weighs you down and you're subjected to your lower forces. Now, to rise this Kundalini energy is going to take work. Gravity is against you. So you need to be breathing. You need to be eating the right foods. You need to be mindful. You need to be abstaining from sex at certain times. And you definitely shouldn't be wasting your seed through masturbation. So you're pretty much against all odds to rise up this Kundalini energy to your third eye. And a book I read a lot to get greater references of the Bible is the Metaphysical Bible. And as we're speaking about metaphysics here, I'll bring up some quotes. In the metaphysical book, it states that Jacob represents the idea of the I am identity. And this is important because you need to know who you are to rise up this energy. This is what I stated before. You need to know your ancestors. You need to know yourself, which takes mindful meditation and alone time. And this is why people have issues with their root chakra, because they have a problem identifying themselves. It also states metaphysically that Jacob represents the mental and animal consciousness which is within all of us. So the animal kingdom is in your lower self, but below your spine, your legs. And in order to rise Jacob's ladder, which is spoken about in Genesis, you have to fight against these angels and demons. So how do you do that? Well, you can do this with I am affirmations, which I state in a lot of my videos. I am affirmations allows you to battle against these demons inside of you, dormant inside of you. Because in order to rise your energy up, you're going to be questioned by these unseen forces. You're going to be literally wrestling with these lower gods. You're going to be tempted to drink alcohol. You're going to be tempted to take drugs. You're going to be tempted by women. You're going to be tempted by lust. You're going to be tempted by overindulging in food. You're going to be tempted by distractions. You're going to be tempted by social media. These are all temptations that take you away from your higher self. In order to see the face of God, in order to see Jesus, quote unquote, you're going to have to wrestle. You're going to have to wrestle. It's not an easy fight. Okay? One thing that I do is I say I am affirmations to myself. I speak to myself a lot, and I will say positive things about myself. In order to fight these inner demons, you're going to need to be supplied with knowledge of self. And you can use books also to help you. There's a powerful book by Joel Osteen called I Am. And I read this book and it really leveled me up. Because I always had the concept of I am before. But when I read this book, it enforced the powerful manifestation of the I am. And it's funny because me and Joel Osteen, he's born March the 5th, I'm born March the 6th, which is very interesting, synchronicity working. Obviously, he's probably about 2 decades older than me, but let me check. Actually, he's 3 decades older than me, to be exact. I guess when you start to do those I am affirmations, you reverse time and you don't age. But yes, very interesting because he's a Pisces and I'm a Pisces too. And I have a good sense of belief. I have a powerful sense of belief. And so does he, evidently. And I feel like information and books can come to you at the right time. And it's usually channeled through God. And this is something you come to the realization of once your pineal gland opens. Nothing is ever by accident. And some of the I ams I quote to myself is, I am blessed, I am prosperous, I am successful, I am victorious, I am talented, I am motivated, I am strong, I am handsome, I am attractive, I am valuable, I am forgiven from the Most High. And I say some of these affirmations, 3 times. I repeat it 3 times. I repeat the manifestation. I repeat the affirmations 3 times because 3 is a magic number to the subconscious mind. And it stays embedded in your mind. And this is how you program your mind to believe whatever you speak. In the Bible, it also says that the pen is mightier than the sword. So not only am I speaking this, I also have this written down in the notepad. I like to journal a lot. And these are the kind of things you can do. So you can speak it, you can write it, and you can live it. And when you live it, you see that the universe will conspire to make your whole belief system true. Now, I also want to speak about the fact that your celebrities and sportsmen and sports people and people within the industry, they tell you this. They give you subtle signs. I'm an Arsenal fan, and Peter Cech used to play for Arsenal. And he got the number 33 on the back of his shirt. And he said that he did this for many reasons, and that he's the spine of the team because our back has 33 vertebrae. And we know that Jesus died at age 33. And above your vertebrae, you have your pineal gland that sits in your temple, which is known as Solomon's temple. So people tell you this They tell you this cryptically all the time. You know, this number 33 comes up in reference. So yeah, what is the definition of an epiphany? An epiphany is an experience of sudden and striking realization. And this is when you have a Kundalini awakening. And another definition for it is a manifestation of divine or supernatural being. And I remember when I had my Kundalini awakening, it was very revealing. It was very revealing, and it made me feel protected. I felt a little bit scared at the same time, but I knew I was protected, and a lot of things happened at the same time in sync. And that's when I knew I was actually protected. And there's levels to this. You can have multiple Kundalini awakenings. But I remember having my one, the first one, and it was an amazing feeling. I felt very protected. I felt like it happened on a Sunday. I was praying with my family. I was it was a joy of just feeling like, okay, I surrender. I know that I've been helped by these unseen forces all this time. And let's break down this word epiphany before we get to the Bible. If you see the word epiphany, it has the word pH. And pH is known as the scales. This is how you balance your body, your stomach, by eating alkaline-based foods, eating vegetables, your fruits, which are color charted. So if you're eating a red apple, you know that's to do with your root chakra. If you're eating a green apple, you know that's to do with your heart chakra. If you're eating some grapes, you know that's to do with your crown chakra. If you're eating some blueberries, you know that's to do with your throat chakra or your third eye, you know. So everything is based on the same system. It's a very simple system. It's just a simple system that people bypass because their pineal gland is calcified. Okay? So yeah, let's look into this book of Matthew. So the word Matthew can even be broken down because you see the word math and then you see the word hue. Math is numbers, zeros and ones. Math goes back to the matrix. The matrix is governed by Ma'at, who is the Egyptian goddess. And hue means color or shade. And this can be the black and white chessboard, which some societies, use. Let's just say that. And then you also have the color shade of the pH scale. So if you cannot understand this, then I'm sorry to tell you, your pineal gland is calcified. And also in this verse, it says the Magi. The book is a magic book. The Bible is a magic book. Magi means magic. And you can see that in the definition too. The word pH can also be seen in the word phosphorus. Phosphorus is a mineral. Phosphorus is also known as the light bearer. The light bearer is also known as Lucifer. So Lucifer is you. Jesus is Lucifer. The word pH can also be seen in the word photons. Photons is light. So what are we talking about here? What are we really talking about? The Bible is a whole contradiction. The Bible is called the Bible for a reason. You see the word by. By means you can read the book physically. It means you can read the book metaphysically. The book is also speaking about astrology. And this is proven in the book of Job, where it speaks about different constellations. Your pastor is called the pastor because he does things from the past. The past is the lower center of gravity, which is known as St. Peter. And this is why your church, your big church goes wear the inverted cross. And this is why you have bishops. By, pa. Duality. So you need to be reading this book and learning this book for yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't be Christian. If you want to be Christian, that's up to you. But I'm saying you should be reading this book from a different level perspective. And this is why I'm doing this video now. The word Messiah can even be broken down for the football player Lionel Messi, who's the best in the world, okay? And the reason why he's the best in the world is because he has a very low center of gravity. The ball sticks to him like glue. Why? Because he's anchored to the ground by his ancestors to be the chosen one. Everything can be broken down. And your names are given to you by God, not by your parents. Your parents may be thinking they're giving you a name, but actually it's channeled down from God and these higher beings. So the word Messiah has a lot of vibration. Why? Because a lot of people read the Bible. So when they see this word Messiah, it goes up to the Akashic records to be the chosen one. Even the name Cristiano Ronaldo, it has the word Christ. So this is what you need to be understanding. If you want to understand this matrix, you have to understand the matrix that you are not in control. You have free will. You have discernment, which is to choose what you believe is true or not. And you just navigate based on this. But this reality is mostly spiritual. So the best thing you can do is do good by people and make sure that your deeds, your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, so my aunt can bless you. This is why I do these videos, so I can give this knowledge that was given to me and handed to me by God. And then instead of keeping this knowledge for selfish reasons, I share this knowledge. But I also am aware that this knowledge can be used for bad, and that is up to your discernment to use. That is up to you to use this knowledge for the greater good. There's some things that will come to you for your own realization, and some things should be kept to yourself for sure. So yeah. So now in this final segment, I'm going to be speaking about how to stay grounded with this chakra and how to stay rooted, how to embody this root chakra. So you need to be grounding in nature. When you ground in nature, you're connecting with the ancestors below you. Not only that, nature, the ground, has negative ions. The sun has positive ions. You need both. Now, in the society that we live in now, people are too positively charged. It's like having an iPhone and keeping it on 100% charge for 10 hours. You're going to break the battery over time. That is how your body is made. Your body is made just like a battery. So you need to be grounding to balance this energy. Okay? So when you balance this energy, you'll find out that you won't be so anxious. You'll feel more calm. You feel like you have the ability to judge better. You won't be as stressed, because you have to think of your body as a battery. And if you're too positively charged, you got to think about, okay, my feet is the ground. My brain is the skies, which is heaven. And it's polluted with too much toxicity of positive ions. How am I going to have clarity to think? How's my brain going to have clarity? So you have to balance this energy. When I ground, I also bend down. Because when you bend, the energy flows from your upper half of your body to your lower half. And it goes to the ground. This is spiritual science. Spiritual science is how all science is created. This is how technology is created. It's created off the same fundamental principles. So, yeah, get in nature, connect with Mother Earth, and connect with your ancestors. It's a worldwide web out there. The concept of the internet is the concept of nature. Your sexual libido will go up but it'll feel more balanced because it's in tune with the circadian rhythm. And because it's in tune with the circadian rhythm, it means you're in tune with the sun, you're in tune with the moon. The moon is symbolic for magnetism, as I said before. The sun is symbolic for electricity. You'll be in tune with nature. You'll see that animals will flock around you. You just feel divinely connected. Your body is made of ones and zeros. You're divinely created. There's no accidents. Your genitals, you see the word gen, is how you regenerate energy. If you allow this energy to circulate up and down, channeling, your pineal gland will be crucified. Jacob's ladder, 33. Allow it to go up this vertebrae. Don't waste your seed. You see the apron that the M boys wear? You see that apron that those FM boys wear? They wear that male apron. Yeah, you got male. You got male. It's talking about your regeneration of semen. To build 2-ball cane, 2 balls and your cane. Everything is an analogy of you. Mel is another word for Mal. Mal is also known as Malkuth. Malachi. Are you starting to understand these biblical names now? So ultimately, once you've mastered the root chakra, you will feel full of life. You'll feel secure. How can you feel secure? By changing your environment. If you're living in a dense populated environment, your best bet may be trying to get out somewhere near to nature, or balancing it out, making sure that you go to the park, doing these kind of things. This is what's going to keep you in tune with yourself. Vitality. This is, like I said, your sexual energy. Feeling full of life, not tired and exhausted. Stable. Stability has everything to do with your spine. Make sure that you're doing your stretches, you're doing yoga, you're using a foam roller to balance out your back. If you're not using that, go to the gym and work on your lats. If you're a man, females can work on their lats too, you know. But do things that are going to keep you vital and full of life. Gym, exercising, breathing. These are all the practices you need to be doing. The color red is symbolic for the root chakra. The red can also be associated with blood. Red can also be associated with danger. These are all the negative associations with red. However, red also means action, taking action. Red is also symbolic for strength. Red is symbolic for energy. Red is symbolic for passion. The color red gets your attention. This is why fast food restaurants use the color red to get your attention. The color red can motivate you, good or bad. Being in a bad situation where you're seeing a lot of gun violence, blood, people dying, people getting hurt, this can give you the motivation to get out of your area. That's something I did. Red is also associated with courage, desire, intensity, excitement. So, fourth dimensionally, you can imagine these things in your head. Or you can get a journal and write everything that is associated with the color red. These are all practices you can do. Listen, your imagination is the gateway to your success. I give this video as a guide to help you. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. If you like this video, please like, please share, please allow this information to get out, because I feel that it's difficult to get the right information out. A lot of people ain't privy to this information, and this can change people's lives for the better. So yeah, like, comment, let me know. I've still got more stuff to come. Like I said, I'm just getting started. All right, peace.